So, last night was a fiasco, and I believe that Ella has a problem and needs help immediately. I don't know what's going on, and if you want to know why I'm saying this, then keep on watching. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we react to all things reactable, and we also do compilation videos and sometimes a bit of gossip or recap, like today's video is all about. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a recap of the bigbrothernaija 2019 reunion, which is holding in 2020, and today is going to be all about day 5. So, my unpopular opinion, as always, before we get into the recap, one of them is that, like I said earlier, Ella needs help. Number 2, jackye needs to let go. Number 3, Venita might have been right to do what she did or not right. I think it was just, I would say she was right and she was wrong. Then, do you know that Jaruma sent about 2.1 million naira to Ella? I have the receipts in this video. If you want to know more about that and see the receipts, then please keep on watching. If you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now let's get into the recap. Okay, so day 5, the focus was on disloyalty, betrayal, and pretenders. And then Jackye was asked who was the pretender, and immediately she said Kafi, and she started talking. She talked about the fact that she discussed the body enhancement that Messi had already had and everything. She was not like, she doesn't have a problem with people enhancing their body, like she has small boobs, and that if she wants to get bigger boobs, that she will get it if she likes. And immediately the camera zoomed to Venita, and if you've been following Venita, you know that she did a boob enhancement. Any which way, I think there was it was a big jump cut, because the next thing I saw was Kimopra trying to tell Jackye that she kind of created or enabled the environment where this kind of gossip from Kafi came into place. Then, so there was a clip shown of Messi talking. I think she was talking about when she didn't trust Kafi, and also some clips of when she didn't really trust Venita. She now explained, I think at that time, that the other team had punishment when Kafi went to say that Venita told her that Venita said she might have been the one to suggest to Biggie the type of punishment to give them. So she kind of talked about the whole issue. She talked about the apparent distrust she had for Venita, and now everything has been settled and everything. And then it now became a tussle between Ella and Messi. Messi was of the opinion that Ella liked Ike, and then she now wanted to be her friend. So she was like, you cannot do that, you cannot have both. Ella was still in denial that no, she never fancied Ike, blah blah blah. But then they played some clips in which she apparently fancied Ike, and she was like, oh yeah, she fancied him, then blah, and it was just a lot of things I could not really understand what she was saying. Anyway, they now asked Ike about the whole situation. Ike was not like, he knew he liked Messi from outside the house and everything. But when they got into the house, Messi was like, he should still check around and everything. So he was just trying to play the field or something. Ike was just talking that confused me at the point, but the major point was that he knew that Ella fancied him. He was just playing, and he was like, she doesn't have the emotional strength or capacity to handle him. So he just said he was just kind of just playing around or something. Any which way, then Ebuka now asked Venita about Ella and the whole issue. That is how Venita opened a whole can of whoop ass. Or no, let me say a whole can of worms. It should not be whoop has worms. She just, at first she was struggling, like she shouldn't talk. Then she was like, just God forgive me, blah. And then she just opened up everything. She was like, okay, we came out of the house. Some people did not get any money and everything. Our bank account was still the same. And then she now goes, I think Ella was asking people for favors, and they were like, oh, we donated for this. This person said, I donated for Uber. I donated, or I gave her money for Uber. I gave her this. I gave her that. I gave her that. And then, because I think they kind of have a group, a WhatsApp group. And then she now came out publicly looking for, I think it was 600,000, yeah, when her mother was supposed to have surgery or something. And the housemate felt one kind of way, because they were like, they had given her some money or something, and they didn't even know that she needed that kind of amount of money. Like, they felt she would have come to them first before making it public. That, and then after, when they knew about the whole situation, they tried to, like, after she got the money, they tried to, like, tell her or ask her that, what happened to your mom, or where's your mom, well, how can we help, how can we this, and she kind of locked up, like she didn't answer anybody after collecting money. They're like, what is going on? So from what everybody was saying, because everybody was like, I think Kim Oprah asked her where is her mom, which hospital, so that they can even go and visit and show care to her mother and everything. But Ella was not forthcoming about any information. And Ella started the whole thing that her mother did not even want even her family members to know, other family members apart from the children and everything, that they were really angry that she did that and everything. That even she started saying that even her mother, she let me just say the truth, she was just giving contradictory statements and sentences that I didn't understand. At first she said she heard her mother crying or screaming when she entered surgery, entered the theater room, and then she was screaming something about BP, and I'm lost. And I'm like, what is she saying? I don't understand what she's saying. Then she said something about BP, and then they couldn't do it. She came out, they told her, another statement was, her mother did not want to see her because of what she did, that she went to get, and then put a picture up and exposed everything, that the blogs are carrying her picture. It was just a whole, I couldn't even understand. She kept on talking, and at one point it felt like people were trying to tell her why they felt a particular way. Even Sadi, because, okay, I forgot to tell you guys the people that were in the studio. We had Sadi, we had Ella, we had Joe, we had Venita, we had Diane, we had Mercy, Ike, and Jackye and Kim Oprah. Even Sadi was like, he felt a particular kind of way when the whole thing happened and everything. As Ella got up and then started the emotional blackmail, I'm going to say that's this. Started the whole, I was talking, then she started crying, saying, I'm not crying because I'm weak, blah, blah. Next thing she did, and Alex, and left. The cameras followed like they did with Alex. Then later on, it now panned to the guys in the studio. And at that point, Joe was talking. Joe was like, a lot of things were going on in people's mind. And he also said that when Kim Oprah asked what hospital was her mother in so that they can visit and everything, that he felt I think was it Sadi or Joe? I think, yeah, Joe said that he felt bad that he didn't even ask. So he was now saying that he wanted to tell her something when and now she has left, that he wishes she comes back. So she came back into the studio and they tried to like settle everything, and then the show ended. So on Twitter, everybody was going crazy. First of all, they talked about her accent. Please, she's free to do whatever she likes. Oh yeah, I forgot to say something. Mercy asked Ella that, I hope you are not doing drugs. And people got really offended on Twitter, like, why did Mercy say that? They also got really very offended with or at, or they got angry or offended. I don't even know the verb to use. Whatever. They were angry at Venita for opening the can of worms and everything. Felt they should not have done that on national or international TV, that they should have done it in their group and everything. And I, like Ebuka said, it was like because she told everybody on our Instagram page, she kind of made everything public and the rest of that. So people, like I was saying, people on Twitter were really getting like offended with the whole thing. They felt everybody bullied her. Some titans were saying that if Tacha was there, they would have focused on Tacha, but now that it was Ella, they focused on Ella, that it was wrong and blah and blah. Another person said that it might be a publicity stunt for Ella to get her music out there. One thing I forgot to say that Venita said was one thing that made her question Ella was a day before you posted that your mother needs 600k for surgery. The next day you are in makeup, hair, clothes, saying you are doing a beach gig and everything. And so she was like, if my mother is in surgery, no way anybody seeing me on Instagram with full face and everything. So that was one of the things that made Venita think there's something wrong with her. And then Venita also used the word that she might be bipolar, that they don't even know what version of Ella they are going to see. Another thing that I noticed was a lot of them were concerned about how the money was spent, and that she didn't give them any feedback after they've contributed and the rest, and after she collected money from the general public. As someone that had people donate for my mother's surgery, if you don't know, my mother had pancreatic cancer, and we tried to get her to do the Whipple surgeries, trying to prolong her lifespan or prolong her life, and eventually it didn't happen the way we expected, because 72 hours after she passed on, I would say that during that whole time, my classmates knew what was going on. Like within 20 minutes of when she passed on, every one of them knew, or rather some of them knew. So I think they were just expecting that she should have kind of given them follow-up. Oh, my mom is now stable. Or they wanted just to have more information. The way she locked up afterwards was just what really gave them some concern. Now, this morning, I checked Twitter, and then I see some things coming out of Twitter. Apparently, Jaruma also watched the reunion and had been keeping a lot of things in her mind, or keeping a lot of things to herself. And now the whole reunion just she brought out the receipts. So let me first start with the tweets. I will put them on the screen as usual. Everyone has their own faults. She had Ella and Venita's picture side by side. Then she now wrote, everyone has their own faults. Ella never told anyone that housemates contributed money for her. This is the first time we are all hearing about it. True. She only made a public video seeking 600,000 naira for her mother's medical bills. It is very difficult to tell the world that you don't have any money after Big Brother. Ella publicly did. That is why I helped her. But she never told us that other housemates contributed to the money. Other housemates contributed money for her. After I paid the full medical bill, whoa, I'm just reading that. After I paid the full medical bill, 600,000, she said she didn't have a place to stay. So she said she did not have a place to stay, and the rent is 700,000. Jaruma sent, why is she talking in the third person? Jaruma sent her another 1.5 million naira. Instead of managing it, she spent the whole 1.5 million in one day. As a business entrepreneur, that would discourage you from supporting her with any more money. Then she puts up the receipts, like the transfer, of the 600,000, which was done on the 18th of November 2019. Then she also put up the receipt of sending 1.5 million naira on the 27th of November. But looking at the receipt, it looks like the transaction has not yet been made from the receipt, because it still showed continue. So I don't know if she actually made that transaction or what. I don't know. But from what she said she sent that's 2.1 million. So her caption is, "Put all your sentiments and emotions aside. Look at it from a logical perspective. Jaruma's words carry weight, therefore I have to say this as it is, no matter who is involved. Ella got contributions from housemates. She got another 600k and another 1.5 million. Yet a boutique still called her out for owing 50k. As the helper, you would feel so sad. What would then happen if you give her capital to build her life? No insults or abusive words, please. Swipe left." Any which way, I was like, wow. Now I understood why Mercy asked her, "Are you doing drugs?" Because if you are blowing money like that within, how can you blow 1.5 within one day? Except you are, I don't know, if your house rent is 700, you still have 800k. So how did she? I don't even want to know. But I really hope she's not doing drugs, because it still baffles me. Is she trying to live a life that is higher than what she should live? Or maybe she used all her resources to try and get her music career up. I don't know. But the thing is that if you are getting money like that from people, kind of have like, I don't know, let them see what you're doing with it. And I think that's what the problem with the housemates were. Like, you collected this money, you went public again, and then you first did not even tell us about the 600,000. You now went public, then you collected all the money, because I'm sure after the 600,000, when she went public with it, maybe they contributed some more money, and then they're now like, "What's up? Once with your mom." This, like I said, when my mom was in the hospital, everybody knew. I was not on WhatsApp at that period of time, but people were calling and I was talking, and they were calling and I was talking. And like, she's going for surgery now. I mean, they told us to get blood. They knew what was going on. I was crying on the phone to so many people. Everybody knew. Even when I was hysterical after I realized that she has passed, I was just calling everybody. I was not thinking, I was calling people. So they knew everything. Everybody knew around the exact time she left us, in everything. So I get why they just felt, "Are you using your mom to scam us?" Because you didn't say anything. So basically, that is what I feel. Yes, Venita should not have said that in the reunion, but I feel like this might be a sort of intervention for her to get help, and I really hope she's not doing anything that will destroy her future. So what do you think, guys? Do you think Venita was wrong in saying all that on national TV? Do you feel that the housemaid ganged up on Ella? Do you believe what Ella was trying to say and communicate? Are you stunned by the fact that Jaruma claims that she sent her 2.1 million within less than 3 weeks? Because the first payment was 18, the second one was 27. So I would like to hear your thoughts. Please leave your comment in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing so that you can get more gist. I will try my possible best to be doing a recap with receipts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.